think what makes people unsure of themselves and lack confidence is the fact that they don't really know what to do. They don't know how to market their business in a way that speaks to their own specific strengths, and
right.
they don't know what to focus on. And so having that information builds confidence like absolute crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And now that I realize that's really what people are getting, it's fun to see it happening. Although I got to tell you, most people say, yeah, I don't need confidence. I need results. So even though they want it, I have found that a lot of people aren't willing to pay for it. So they're not thinking, yeah, I want to pay to be more confident.
That could be.
I just find this a really interesting type of.
Yeah, that could be. I would say I have the experience of people saying, I just don't like to market. I don't want to, talk to people. I feel when I get on the telephone, I feel. I don't know what to say, or I don't write well for my blog copy, or even for things that I would put on my website, and I just don't present myself well, and that's it's a skill set as well as confidence. So
well, exactly, and so what I say when I introduce myself, like at a referral meeting, at a networking meeting, I say a good referral for me is a small business owner who loves what they do but hates to market.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I have found that really helps people talk about their business, whether it's by phone or introducing themselves or at a meeting, is knowing what to say. And so I always ask them the question, well, what do you wish you would have said?
That's a good one.
Yes, and then we can figure things out. I'm a big believer in scripts. Not that I think that people should be reading from a script per se, but if we can script out how we want the conversation to go and how we're going to answer questions, that really boosts our confidence so that we know that we're prepared no matter what life throws at us, that we have an answer. And I think
because we thought about it ahead of time.
Yes, and I think part of it is from my experience as an introvert. I really sometimes I just freeze sometimes in high-stress situations. Mm-hmm. But what I like to do is ask myself a little FAQ, a bunch of questions about whatever it is I'm going to be talking about, so that if someone throws a question at me, I've already thought of the answer. And that's how
fabulous.
That's how I come up with my process. It's about being prepared and owning it and knowing how people are going to use, how they're going to think about, and how they're going to interact with your product or service.
Yes. Yes. Terrific. So I gathered from your information and from your website that you do an awful lot of speaking. Is that true? Is that one of the sources of income for your business?
Yes, it is. It is. Mm-hmm. And although lately, again, out of deference to my husband, I have stopped traveling so much for speaking. As much as I enjoy speaking, and I've spoken even outside of the country, and it's great. But it's exhausting, and it takes time away from my core business, which is the DIY Marketing Center. And so, yes, I do speak, not nearly as much outside of the area as I used to.
You know, what I love about talking with you, Ronnie, and how you're approaching this is that you are presenting yourself not as the guru who has all the answers, but as the guide who can help people find their own answers and work their way through a process to reach success.
So I'm kind of the big sister of marketing.
Yeah. You know, I don't think you'd be very happy as being seen as the guru.
And you're exactly right, Jackie. That's why I changed my business name. Because it used to be Veronica Noize LLC, and then briefly I was Soho Marketing Guru, and I wasn't comfortable being the guru because I thought that's silly. I'm just a gal who knows about marketing. And
you know, even the choice of focusing on your core business as opposed to running around and speaking internationally is that kind of a choice because, you know, when you're on the stage, you're the guru, you know, and when you're working in your core business, you're the guide. You're helping people discover and their own capabilities, and you're helping hold them accountable, and you're helping them unfold their own talent, you know, and kind of helping them blossom. And, you know, just even that choice tells me a lot about you.
Well, thank you, Jackie. And you're so right, because it's our clients who have to ultimately run the business.
Yes.
And so we have to help them recognize, nurture, and bring forward the very best in themselves.
So we've only got a minute or so left here, and do you have some, a nugget or two of advice that you might give our listeners about improving their sales or marketing techniques? Are there, one or two things that you tell absolutely everybody?
Yes. The most important thing, I believe, is to recognize what marketing is, which we have already talked about, which is the art and science of attracting, acquiring, and retaining great clients profitably. And it's going to be different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's one size does not fit all. And so,
yes.
And the other thing is that marketing is not an event, it's a practice. It's like diet or exercise, and that if not done daily, we will lose ground. But it can be done with authenticity and integrity and ease. It just takes time.
I love that. I just love that. This has been a great deal of fun talking with you, and I've just enjoyed every minute of it. And so as I said, we're about out of time. So do you want to tell our listeners how to contact you?
Yes, thank you very much, Jackie. You can find me on Facebook at DIY Marketing Center. We also have a very active group for people who are small business owners who want to chat about what's going on in their business. The other place, of course, is at our website, DIYmarketingcenter.com. We have a couple of events happening in December that might be of interest. On Friday, December 12th, we have Networking for Newbies. That's happening right here in the Greater Vancouver Chamber of Commerce, where my office is located. We're downtown. That's, of course, on my public events page. And then on Friday, December 19th, I'm doing a program at Hatch in Portland on 24th and Sandy. Let me just take a quick look at the
with Amy.
It's what?
With Amy.
With Amy.
Isn't she the director there, the executive director, Amy Pearl?
Exactly. Amy Pearl is our executive director there. That's
yes.
right. And so I will be doing the 5 prosperity strategies for small business owners on Friday the 19th from 12 to 1:30 at Hatch, and that is free.
Wonderful. Okay, listeners, this is really some good places for you to connect with Ronnie and get into her energy field and learn even more about her and yourselves and give an uptick to your own marketing activities. Ronnie, thank you so much for being our guest today. I've just really enjoyed it. And listeners, thank you for tuning in. I want to remind you that this is Jackie B. Peterson. I'm the author of Better, Smarter, Richer, 7 Business Principles for Solo, Creative, and Encore Entrepreneurs, and that we have some events coming up as well. I have my next free symposium about creating your solo business. It will be December 3rd in the Portland Community College Climb Center from 6 to 9 p.m. Love to have you come. We're beginning our next in-present study group on January 6th at the Climb Center, 9 to 11. We'll operate for 4 Tuesday mornings in a row. So some great, great things coming up and happening. And we have a calendar, very active calendar on the website. Please go to the Better, Smarter, Richer website. You can download my free ebook outlining the 7 principles. You can sign up for our newsletter, which is always full of tips and ideas, and you can find out what the next radio show is going to be. In the meantime, I want to thank you all for tuning in and hope we hear from you again next week. Goodbye.